Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're anything like me, you probably have a towering to-be-read pile that just keeps growing, no matter how many books you actually finish. And every year, we all make that same resolution, right? This is the year I'm finally going to read more. But then life happens, distractions pop up, and suddenly it's December, and you're wondering where all the time went. Sound familiar? Well, what if I told you there's a simple trick, a mindset shift, that can dramatically increase the number of books you read without needing to magically create more hours in your day or become a speed reading champion? It's not about reading faster. It's about reading smarter. Today, we're diving into the simple trick to reading more books in a year, and trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be ready to conquer that TBR pile. So, what is this magical trick? It's called the accumulation method, or as I like to call it, the tiny habits, big reads approach. Instead of thinking about reading a whole book, which can feel daunting, we're going to focus on reading in small, consistent bursts. We're talking 10-15 minutes here, 5 minutes there. The idea is to weave reading into the natural pockets of downtime that already exist in your day, rather than trying to carve out large, dedicated blocks of time that often get derailed. Let me give you a real-life example. I used to think I needed an hour of uninterrupted quiet time to truly enjoy a book. If I didn't have that, I just wouldn't bother opening one. The problem? Those hour-long slots were rare gems. I was constantly frustrated, feeling like I never had time to read. Then I tried the accumulation method. Instead of an hour, I decided to read during my morning coffee for just 10 minutes. Then, instead of scrolling on my phone during my commute, I'd pull out my e-reader for another 15 minutes. While waiting for dinner to cook, another 5-10 minutes. Even right before bed, just 10-15 minutes. Guess what? Those tiny chunks added up. In a week, I was easily getting in several hours of reading without ever feeling like I had to find the time. This method works because it taps into the power of small, consistent actions. Think of it like saving money. You might not notice putting $5 aside each day, but at the end of the month, you have $150. Reading is the same. Those 10-minute segments might feel insignificant on their own, but over a week, a month, or a year, they translate into multiple finished books. Now let's break down how you can actually implement the accumulation method in your own life. The first step is identifying your micro-reading moments. These are those small, often overlooked pockets of time throughout your day where you might typically reach for your phone, stare into space, or do something less productive. Think about it. Are you waiting for your computer to boot up? That's 2 minutes. Standing in line at the grocery store? 5 minutes. Waiting for water to boil or food to heat up in the microwave? 3 to 5 minutes. During your lunch break, after you've eaten? 10-15 minutes. On your commute, whether on public transport or even just waiting for a traffic light? When you first wake up, before the day gets hectic? Right before you go to sleep, instead of endlessly scrolling? These are prime opportunities. Keep a mental note, or even better, physically note down when these moments occur for you. You'll be surprised how many you find. The second key is to always have a book ready to go. This is crucial. If you have to go hunting for your book, decide what to read or charge your e-reader, those precious micro moments will vanish. My recommendation? Have multiple formats available. A physical book near your favorite reading spot, a Kindle or e-reader in your bag, and the Libby or Kindle app on your phone. The phone app is a game changer for those truly spontaneous moments like waiting at the doctor's office. I mean, my phone is always with me, so I always have a book. No excuses. Another great tip within this step is to have a few books going at once. This might sound counterintuitive, but it works wonders for the accumulation method. Sometimes you're not in the mood for a heavy nonfiction book during a quick coffee break, but a light fiction read might be perfect. Having options prevents reader's block and keeps the momentum going. I usually have one fiction, one nonfiction, and maybe an audiobook on the go. Different books for different moods and different moments. Step 3. Ditch the guilt and embrace imperfect reading. This is where many people stumble. We often feel like if we can't sit down for a dedicated long reading session, it's not real reading. But that's just not true. Any reading is good reading. You don't need perfect silence or an hour of free time. You can pick up a book for 5 minutes, put it down, and pick it up again later. The human brain is surprisingly good at picking up where it left off, especially with compelling stories. Let go of the pressure to read perfectly. Just read. Let's talk about accountability, which is step 4. While the accumulation method is about small, spontaneous bursts, a little structure can still help. Try setting a small, achievable daily goal. Not read for an hour, but read for 15 minutes today, or read during 2 micro moments today. You can even use a habit tracker app or just a simple notebook to tick off your reading sessions. Seeing those ticks accumulate is incredibly motivating and reinforces the habit. For example, I use a simple app that reminds me at lunchtime and before bed to grab my book. It's not pushy. It's just a gentle nudge. And on days when I hit my small goal, I feel a sense of accomplishment, which makes me more likely to do it again tomorrow. It's all about building positive feedback loops. Finally, step 5. Make it enjoyable. Reading shouldn't feel like a chore. If you're not enjoying a book, it's okay to put it down and pick up another one. Life's too short to read books you don't love, especially when your goal is to read more. The accumulation method thrives on enthusiasm. If you're genuinely excited about the story or the information, you'll naturally seek out those micro-reading moments. Explore different genres, try audiobooks, join a book club, whatever makes reading fun for you. I know it sounds almost too simple, right? But that's the beauty of it. It's not about some complex strategy or superhuman effort. It's about being intentional with your downtime and recognizing that every single page counts. Think about my friend Sarah. She used to struggle with reading more than a couple of books a year. She felt overwhelmed by long commutes and busy work days. I shared this trick with her. She started by just reading during her 20-minute bus ride to work. Then she added 10 minutes while her toddler played independently in the morning. Slowly but surely, those small chunks transformed her reading habits. Last year, Sarah read 25 books. She still couldn't believe it herself, but it was all thanks to consistently grabbing those little moments. So, your challenge for this week: identify 3 micro-reading moments in your day. Commit to pulling out a book during those times, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Keep a book with you or have your phone app ready. And don't forget to track your progress, even if it's just mentally. You'll be amazed at how quickly those pages turn into chapters, and those chapters turn into finished books. Reading isn't just about finishing books. It's about expanding your mind, exploring new worlds, and continually learning. By applying the accumulation method, you're not just reading more, you're enriching your life in profound ways, one tiny, powerful moment at a time. All right, that wraps up today's simple trick to reading more books in a year. I really hope this helps you conquer your reading goals. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps the channel out. What are your favorite micro-reading moments? Or what's a book you're excited to dive into? Let me know in the comments below. I love hearing from you all. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on more tips and tricks. Thanks so much for watching and happy reading!